you're gonna start having side effects.
What are the side effects, if I'm allowed to know?
Well, first of all, you're gonna start looking like Walking Death. You start having that palpable
Oh
look.
god. Oh god, how many force points do you need for those? Like 20?
The side effect of the dark side is your body starts to decay and corrupt.
Is this something that? Hold on. Do I want to know what a Zabrak with wrinkles looks like?
No, you really don't.
That sounds disgusting. Imagine if they formed up on the head around the horns.
No, they don't get wrinkled. Their body decaying is more like...
Oh, they get very live and...
Yeah, they go gaunt. The black part of their skin goes like paler.
It's like
because that's what I thought when you said you go all Palpatine. I thought you meant because when
Palpatine,
he looks like he had 3 chins when he was done. He has some flabs coming off his face.
Each chin is for a body of the government: the executive, the judicial, and the legislative.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Bad vibe.
Bad vibe.
Oh wait, I forgot I don't have the voice mod on anymore, so I couldn't go bad vibe.
Oh, there we go. That's true.
Switch your names, motherfuckers. This isn't Star Wars anymore.
Oh god. Change. Upload.
Also, anyone who is confused, 2 of our players had to dip out, so we're doing our superhero one-shot instead.
One-shot part 3.
Yeah, superhero one-shot part 3. More question marks get added each title.
It's a really
I actually have a name for this episode in my notes. I'm pretty proud.
Where the fuck's my document?
It took me a long time to come up with.
Oh, Jesus.
It's called Hot Dog Water.
Yes!
No, but then that just reminds me of a Limp Bizkit album, and I'm not a fan.
Too bad, so sad, motherfucker. I want my dirty water hot dog.
Yeah, I can't find the superhero squad. Cannot find the superhero squad image, so I'm just gonna go with
my document.
This save. Back out and come back.
I'm gonna need to quickly recap on what happened last session for the notes.
Yeah, while everyone sets up, do what we gotta do. That's an image.
No. Can we not?
It says target acquired. Because it's a really blurry image. I don't know if I had to specify.
I thought it was book-related info. No, it wasn't book-related info.
It's target acquired. It's Boz when he saw those children. Target acquired.
Oh God.
That's bad. Like very bad.
That's no.
I cannot find where I put my fucking stats and everything.
Why can't I?
I probably shouldn't have posted that. Join us on Twitch for Star Wars D&D video earlier.
No, I mean we were already like ready to go, so you have it ready. You can just put it on private until we do it next week.
What was that? People have already started liking it though.
I mean,
CIA it, make it disappear.
And if I private it, it's gonna only show up like a week late. So I'm just gonna delete the whole thing.
There you go.
And also, when I post it next week, I'm gonna have to redo the fucking makeup because it has my face in it.
True, I forgot about you already had.
But it won't be Revenge of the Fifth though.
How long does something stay in drafts?
It won't. And the captions and everything said Revenge of the Fifth.
And also, once you post it, you can't put it back into drafts.
I'm saying you could go once we're done, or go right now, or whatever, before you take the makeup off and make something, stick it in drafts, and just sit on it.
Oh, well, yeah, it stays in drafts as long as you want, but
I like to make stuff the moment it's happening.
Yeah. That.
Hmm.
What you looking for, Mitch?
Daisy, did you send the notes in the Discord, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
I
They're in the
did.
ORM one.
Shouldn't have to scroll up very high.
It's in the ORM chat, didn't you? Aren't they?
Yes.
Should be.
Oh, that's where it was. Duh.
Although I don't see it.
Isn't it in the?
Oh. Yeah, it's way up. It's on the
Yeah,
22nd of last month.
Okay, there we go. There's my stuff.
I can repost it
There we
over.
go.
Yeah, it's the censored version because I realized my original version, like how I take notes off the cuff, isn't legible.
Fair.
Like, I have no idea what NPC Boz is supposed to go see to get his code fixed because I wrote down what his name sounded like and not his actual name. So I don't know. He's a Rookie Woods in my notes. So, because that's what I heard, or that's what I thought it remotely sounded like. So I was like, haha, this is funny. Put this in my notes. Now I have no idea who he is.
It'll come up later. Don't worry about it.
Would it be too meta to call him Rookie Woods to his face?
I mean, it might be a little.
I don't know. I might have a couple extra dents in the head by that point.
Just going for a full series of dents.
Yes, the full row. All right, when everyone's...
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I was just quickly scanning through the notes.
We had a couple of technical difficulties. Suddenly jams on Namek.
That's where I belong.
God damn it, Namek.
It's safer.
Hey, look, Vegeta, it's a frisbee.
Okay, we're good.
How'd you take down Captain America? We shot him in his legs because his shield is the size of a dinner plate and he's an idiot.
Well, if it's
The man with
is
the
it
giant metal frisbee. I'm Captain America. There's a man with
a
the
man with a
giant
giant
frisbee.
metal frisbee.
Because
Oh,
you
wait.
started talking, I fucked up.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I'm used to that.
Are we ready?
Yes.
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 Okay. Very good. So, our past 2 times doing this, we have touched on 2 topics. It's technically the same topic from 2 different perspectives, and that is what the public expects of you as gifted individuals. And the other side of the coin you spoke about last time is what you expect of the public, more or less. Like, is it right that you should feel pressured to be can you just go off and do college? Is that acceptable? Will people allow you to do that in their worldview? This week we're gonna come in a little closer. We're gonna tighten the grip on that. Talk about what you think about yourselves. It's gonna get a little too deep. We're gonna find Atlantis.
Great therapy sessions. Love them.
This is gonna be kept fairly short. There's no great monologue with this one. It's just a very simple question before we start. Do you think of yourself differently now versus before you were in this sort of heroic position? Has your self-confidence changed? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? Do you think you're a hero? Last time we played, Charlie and Abigail went full gun ho on the investigation into the prison break, with Jason and Drew deciding to
Fuck off.
off screen make sure that Lady Titanium was dealt with. You will both perhaps be delighted to know she's alive. She's in an extreme state of shock, and by the time she's out of hospital, that's going to be a big bill. That is going to be a huge bill. But she is alive. They don't think she's ever going to be able to walk on her own again or talk, but she is alive. They're very impressed considering she's 73.
The old biddy's kicking.
So while the two of you were doing that, like I said, Charlie and Abigail, they really dug into the investigation. They visited cell block C after the guardsman who was supposed to get the prisoner information took a long time. More than a minute, Charlie counted. Cell block C was pretty untouched, although not a very fun place to be in. It was for the containment of mutants. The cell block used a large electronic device that basically pushed electrical energy through the air that is specifically supposed to target mutated cells and just nuke them, just destroy them. It's a little red flaggy, but a prisoner and a guard assured Charlie and Abigail that the reason everyone isn't kept in a block with one of these is because it's extremely minor. And once you exceed a certain power level, it doesn't even work on you. And even if there were two of these suckers, it would never do anything like completely drain your powers. To do that, they would need a big one, bigger than the UN is willing to greenlight. They spoke with one of the mutant prisoners, who was a former professor who worked for a company, and he protested the toxic dumping that his company participated in by exposing himself to those chemicals which caused his mutation. His mutation being anyone he touches goes through rapid skin necrosis. It's fun times. It's good times. He told Charlie and Abigail that there was no colluding of any sort of breakout in here, because what the electrical spire does to some of the prisoners in here mentally, they talk about breaking out a lot. And so if they had ever talked about an actual breakout, who knows? Because they talk about breaking out every day. There was a little bit of going back for information on the way back to A. Charlie and Abigail ran into a little bit of an important person, just slightly. They may or may not have been the Secretary of Defense, who wanted a full report on the accident. And it's sort of a good thing he showed up, because he was like so eager to have supers on board that he was like, whatever you need, if anyone tries to give you it's classified, to, tell them I sent you, like, whatever, just figure this out for me, please. And then he went on a cheesecake break because one of his assistants literally carries a cheesecake around in their handbag and he ate it. That was the highlight of the night, really. Then they went back to cell block A, got the data from the guardsman who has the little goatee, because that was the sign that he is bad, I guess. I do not remember who said that during session 1, but somebody did. Because he has the little triangle goatee, he must be evil. He handed off pretty extensive data, a whole like entire data pad that had prisoner numbers, special containment procedures, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Gosh, that sucker was lit up red. There are a number of people who escaped A. Everyone in B is missing. And C is accounted for. So there is that. Charlie knows that her villain is out. Drew has seen his, so he knows she's out. Abigail is out. There was this moment of like, do we know who Jason's villain is? And then they just sort of shrugged and moved on. For curiosity's sake, because this is going to be like an episodic cartoon thing, and we're going to skip ahead very slightly. Yes, she is. Because, oh gosh, for plot reasons, all the villains are out. Who would have thunk it? After that, they went scrounging around through the B site and discovered, man, there's actually not a whole lot of building left at all, like a suspicious lack of building. Where did it go? There was satellite imaging that they tried to track down. Seemingly the abominable snowman was fleeing on foot. The abominable snowman turned out to be Gax, who had fashioned himself a cloak made out of guard uniforms. And he was escaping on foot. And Charlie and Abigail made the extremely wise decision to just let him go. They called it a win. They were like, at least we know where he's going. At least he didn't just up and vanish into thin air like everybody else did. They also discovered the body laying in the snow, radiation burns covering him. R.I.P. Sandpaper Man. You served us well. During their examination of the body, a silhouette seemingly cast a shadow over them, and they turned to realize it was the Vanguard, who is this world's version of Superman. He has been missing for 3 years, and he's just suddenly posted up on the party. Abigail attempted to fly up to him, and he laser-eyed both Abigail and Charlie, dealing to them a large chunk of damage, and then flying off. Some deductions were made very quickly that, Superman would be able to just get rid of a whole prison, huh? And he just attacked us, and oh boy, he went right to the top of the suspect list, especially because they got the Secretary of Defense to set up a satellite call with the Arctic. Black hole's still where he's supposed to be. Vanguard's looking really guilty about now. There are a couple of different theories. Maybe he's mind controlled. They looked at the PDA. There are 2 villains that are escaped that have mind control type powers. You were warned that mind control villains exist in the prison. That's why you're not allowed to make eye contact. Although I guess you don't have to worry about that anymore since they're out, huh? You can make all the eye contact you want. And after that, like after having a suspect, having a mild idea of what happened, no motivations yet, and at least knowing the direction that Gax is moving in, Abigail and Charlie decide, you know what? Let's get medical attention. Let's get food. Call it a day. So for all purposes, we're going to skip ahead a little bit so that it makes sense for the current party to be together. Everyone goes back up to their full HP. So your medical care and everything has been achieved. You're back together, and you are going for food. What food? The food that was promised. Dirty water hot dogs. They are a requirement at this point. Charlie literally just got shot by Superman. She deserves a hot dog.
Just one.
She's taking
How
the
many
whole
can you
fucking
afford?
cart. The
Walks up,
government will
hands
pay.
them in.
The government will pay for it. She's taking the whole fucking cart.
Walks up, hands him a phone. Talk to this person. Walks away with the cart.
Getting back into your state-of-the-art ship. State-of-the-art is in bolded text, underlined, quotation marks. I read it in red teacher pen. You asked your autopilot, because it was established none of you can fly a spaceship,
Thanks for reminding us.
to take you to get some hot dogs. Now, assumedly, you want street franks, it would take you to New York or something, right? However, Doc does everyone very dirty, does a major insult, does not take you to New York. Instead, his definition of the best street franks takes you to Chicago.
Charlie refuses to eat when we get there.
Are we free to roleplay right about now?
Yeah, this is where we're gonna open up. There's not exactly a landing or an acceptable landing spot in Chicago, so Doc eyeballed it a little bit. And the local firefighters and local tow companies are fishing your spaceship out of the river. It's a really good thing Abigail is T-post somewhere else, because that would have just killed her immediately.
Please tell me that the ship is at least like barometrically like pressurized and can't allow water to get in. I assume
Yes,
it is due to the fact that it can fly in space.
Yeah, it's fine. There's no real damage done. It's just really inconvenient.
First, we get thrown into the river. Second, we get taken to this shit city.
I'm just happy that the pressure is stabilized, because do you really want to be in a pressurized container filling up with water with someone who has lightning powers?
We're in fucking Chicago.
Would you rather be zapped?
I'd rather be zapped than be in Chicago.
She's got a point.
My
No.
Discord went off as soon as I said that.
No,
I
The
get this.
Chicagoans, they're coming.
Chicago
heard
has
you
entered
talk.
the chat.
They've heard you talking shit. They got something to say.
No,
Somebody was asking me in the cantina why my name is now Hunter's Hoe. Because reasons.
because reasons. That's all you need to know.
Don't worry about it. Things have happened.
So we're currently being towed out of the river.
You guys are all on land, all good. You're dry.
Okay, let's say how soaking wet are we? But okay, never mind.
You're good. The ship is just gonna take some time though, because it was designed by Batman, so it's a really inconvenient shape. It was designed to move on its own accord and never be rescued by fire trucks.
Drew's gonna find like the fire marshal, or at least the fireman in charge.
It's the oldest guy there because
Yeah,
tropes.
because of tropes.
Chicago.
Chicago.
We're gonna go, and while this repairs itself, because we're hungry, are you gonna leave this here, or do we have to go somewhere else to pick this up?
I mean, if you don't think no one can steal it, I'm gonna just drop it right here on the bank.
good luck trying to steal it.
I mean, I don't know how the thing works. I don't know how easy it is to steal.
If anyone steals it, they can fucking keep it.
I'll leave it here.
Okay. Guys,
What?
should we at least get pizza? Chicago pizza's not that bad. Could be worse. We could be in Detroit.
At worst, we get French fries. Maybe they have curly fries. Hey, find me a person who doesn't like seasoned curly fries. I'm gonna call them a liar.
Is that Jason or Kitsune or both? I agree to both.
All right. I'll have pizza, but I'm gonna complain the entire time.
I expect nothing
I
less.
mean, if you're in Chicago, you have to complain.
Complaining's a state sport.
It's the only thing they can do. The Cubbies can't win.
Much like how frowning is a state sport in Missouri.
We don't acknowledge Missouri as a state.
Apparently. Alright. Drew is gonna do that thing where he's like gonna take his mask off and then be like, oh, nope. Go in public. Can't do that.
That would have been funny.
It's been a long couple of days, okay?
Okay, so Charlie's doesn't have the full like mask like most of the spider personas do. She has a neck gaiter, and then her hair is up in fun buns. So she's just like, y'all are fucking lame, and she pulls her mask down.
Not all of us can exactly, just switch to civilian mode like you.
I'm not the only spider in New York, so it's fine.
How many are there?
Oh,
Oh.
you don't.
God, I lost count after I ran into Miles.
That,
See, this is why Boston's better. We don't have a spider infestation. Hey, one's fine, but when you see a lot, you start to think there's a problem. And I remember hearing once, isn't one of them actually a spider?
Oh yeah, she is.
yeah, she is actually.
A human-sized spider is nightmare fuel.
She's a sweetheart though.
Does she have the spider limbs, or does she at least have human limbs?
A mixture of both? She's like a centaur spider.
Yeah.
With that, he's just gonna walk and be like, I don't want to think about that.
Just
Could be worse. You could meet the talking pig.
Stops dead in his tracks. The what now?
Oh, I have stories to tell you. She's gonna wrap an arm around Jason and start telling him about Peter Porker.
Drew will just say, if you think there was a lot of spiders in this universe, well.
Before she can start, he's gonna be like, wait. Is that what New Yorkers call the cops, or are you talking about an actual pig?
Woof.
You have a lot to learn. She's just gonna pat him on the shoulder and walk with them.
He's just gonna be like, oh god, what have I got myself into?
Drew is gonna direct them to the nearest, the most decent of pizza places you can find in fucking Chicago.
You
Hey,
find a place
Siri.
fairly quickly because this is Chicago.
What decent pizza places are in Chicago?
Oh, we're going full tilt here.
The highest rated option I see is Millie's Pizza in the Pan on North Spalding Avenue in Chicago, which averages.
We're going there!
Wanna try that?
That's where we're going.
We're going to Millie's Pizza Pan.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Not
Not
sponsored.
sponsored.
Also, Apple, don't come for us for putting Siri into this episode.
This is gonna get clipped later for TikTok.
What's Steve Jobs gonna do? Oh, wait.
It's not Jobs I'm afraid of. It's the Apple robots.
The drones are always watching and listening.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
My immediate thought was when he's like, "What's Steve Jobs gonna do?" I immediately went down like decay a little bit. So you go to
Millie's.
Millie's Pizza Pan. It's a nice place, I suppose. I don't know what Millie's Pizza
It's
Pan
got a 5-star rating on Yelp.
got a 5-star rating. Gosh, I should find some pictures of this place.
I'm gonna look it up.
The DM has to make sure he's not sending us to some place and that isn't worth the 5 stars.
Yeah.
I just want to see like I just want to see the reactions of the civvies, just like 3 costumed super individuals who's come in. What? We human. We eat pizza. Fuck you.
They
No,
have
the
their own their own website. I'm looking.
So,
this up.
funnily enough, the people on the streets don't care. They do not care.
Probably think it's
Chicago.
Comic-Con or something.
Well, once upon a time, like I explained all the way back, it's quite a while now, to be fair, in like our first session. Once upon a time, being a superhero was really cool. Now people are just sort of like, you violate
Quasi.
villains' rights sometimes, and that makes you uncool. So people don't care. They really don't.
So very much like how Justin Bieber is right now. We know he exists. We just don't care.
But nobody
I
wants a picture with that
I
man.
forgot he even existed.
He married
So
a
did
boy.
I. So did I. To a point, I was like, actually, what?
And it's funny
married
because
a
I was
boy.
looking at myself in the mirror earlier. I was like, I look like a gay female Justin Bieber.
Isn't that just Justin Bieber though?
Hey.
That's fair.
Jesus Christ.
Continuing on.
I can't find any pictures of what the interior of this place looks like. So it's a restaurant.
But
Think
the namesake of it is so wholesome. It's named
Yeah.
after the owner's grandma.
Like it,
Okay,
it,
yeah.
it, gives
now
me
we have to be nice.
it gives me pizza place / diner vibes. You know.
yeah, you come like it's the glass storefront and the glass door. You come in, it goes ding.
Well,
there's
it's
just-
called a ghost kitchen, so I'm not sure if they have a sit down. I think they just serve pizzas.
Ah, goodness.
Yeah.
Never even heard of
They,
Ghost
they
Kitchen.
got
Oh,
the
okay, never
highest
mind, never
rating in Chicago, so gotta give them props.
Screw the table. There's no tables. The tables disappear. God, what happened to them? They're ghosts. Ghost tables.
Yeah,
Street
it's delivery and takeout right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and they opened up last year, so they would not have indoor seating and stuff because of COVID.
So yeah, it's just grab our food and
Yep.
beat it.
That's the villainous episode. Ghost tables. Where'd they go?
Ghost table, street
Fucking
smarts.
magnets. How do they work?
Oh my god.
Magnets, bitch.
So you come in. It's just like floor space. It's a counter on the far wall. There is just like some high school kid stood there, like he's got like the little paper hat on, and God, he looks like he doesn't want to be there. Funnily enough, he has pizza face, working in a pizza shop.
Okay, what's funny is a ghost kitchen is one person working. I looked up the
Just
actual
that kid.
I looked up the
Yep.
actual owner of Millie's Pizza in the Pan. He's the only one who works there. He makes all these fucking pizzas. And he makes fucking bank.
I'm looking at the menu now.
It looks
God.
good.
The pizzas look
They have a
fucking.
Kofefe.
This
makes
is there
that.
must be snow on the Teton Mountains all over again.
But no,
Last time we played, I had to
I'm
specify
sorry,
really
if
hard.
we're in Chicago, we need to be accurate.
I'll insult people from Chicago. What are they gonna do? Fight me?
Yes, they
What we
will.
cannot do is slander Millie's Pizza.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening, man.
So there's a dude. He's working the counter. Looks like he does. It's been a slow day. Looks like he's not having the time of his life. Sort of perks up, I guess, a little bit. when 3 people in costume come into the empty place. Actually, God, I just realized this takes place in 2018. This place wouldn't be open.
It is now.
Time is irrelevant.
I can
Um,
find another place.
No, we're committed now.
It's a ghost pizza
No.
place. There's one guy working there. Go.
Oh, God.
We're committed
But-
now. Go with it.
But not for nothing, make sure you check out Millie's Pizza in the Pan if you ever pass through Chicago.
Jason's gonna have his phone out and just look at the others. Guys, they have a thing called Covfefe Pizza.
No shit.
On that alone, I kind of think we should just do that.
Ofefe happened in
It's peppered
2018.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
actually-
it was during the
God.
Orange
That was-
era.
It's gonna be like it's got peppered peppers, sausage, mushroom, red onions, toy box tomatoes, spinach, and ricotta.
Sounds really fucking good though.
They also got an up dog pizza.
What's up, dog?
I hate
Yeah,
you
exactly.
both so much.
I'm reading the menu.
Dude, Drew's just making puns.
It's got kumato tomatoes, spinach, red onions, pepperoni, sausage, olives, cubanella peppers, and fresh mozzarella.
As long as it
They got
doesn't
the click,
have
they got the clickbait.
as long as it doesn't have mint
Okay.
on it, I'm good.
If they at least have mint, I'm gonna have questions.
You'd be surprised
the
what people
clickbait.
put on pizza.
Yeah, actually, I probably would. Oh God, there's one we have to have a major fight over later. One has pineapple and cherry tomatoes with brown sugar, jalapeno, and bacon.
I'm sorry, what?
Chicago's weird. He's just gonna look up from his phone. Chicago's fucking weird.
I'll
The
just,
proprietor gives you a look like you aren't the guy in here in body armor and a fox mask saying Chicago is weird.
Points at him. When the Cubbies win the World Series over the Sox, we'll talk. Till then, go.
At that point, Drew's gonna be like, "Oh no, they're getting into a baseball fight."
I'll just take a 10-inch covfefe.
I'll just take a pepperoni and mushroom. I'm a simple man.
And what do you
I'll
want,
stick
Fox
with
Boy,
that.
besides a beating?
Looks at him, gets like really close to the counter. I'd like to see the Cubbies do well for once.
Is that your
this-
thing? Can you only make baseball insults?
Well, I'd make fun of your football team, but I hate the Pats.
This is how we get banned from Millie's Pizza in the Pan.
No, it's how you make friends with Chicago. You got to be able to, stand up to them. Show no fear.
What do you want? You got 5 seconds.
I'll take a cheese.
Die.
Go classic.
Give me a minute. He walks off. You hear indistinct muttering as he disappears into the back.
He said any of that in New York, it would have been on site immediately.
That implies I'd go to New York.
It's like an Arsenal fan going into the Tottenham Stadium and shouting, "Tottenham fucking sucks." You're gonna get a riot on your hands. They will Drew will turn towards both of them. Basically, imagine Arsenal is the Dallas Cowboys, and then Tottenham are the Redskins.
You don't call them Redskins anymore.
Oh yeah, they did change the name recently.
Yeah, it's
didn't they?
Washington football team now. It's good rebranding that they did though. That was a really offensive name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the rivalry is still there, right?
Yeah, it's still there. They still hate each other.
Yeah, imagine that. Literally just. It's not pretty.
Kind of like the rivalry of the Red Sox and the Yankees. I'm more of a Mets fan though.
The Mets are okay.
Yeah, the Mets aren't that problematic.
The Mets were, from what I know, the Mets were a good middle ground.
They have a giant apple at their stadium. Yankee
They do.
Stadium doesn't have that shit.
The Yankees have a lot of traders. That's all they get.
True.
Yankee Doodle Dandies. So, are we going to leave work with work right now? Or are we eventually going to have a talk about what the fuck happened?
I'm still processing the fact that Abigail and I got shot, basically.
Speaking of, how are you feeling?
Yeah, you good?
Abigail got clipped in her side. I got clipped in the shoulder, but I think I'll be fine. You see, there's an obvious scorch mark, like, right on her clavicle.
Just gonna look at Drew and be like, you see the same thing I'm seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's just walking it off.
Yeah.
We're gonna say nothing?
No.
Okay.
Let's
You're
just...
saying this loudly that you can hear us, just so you know. Like, we're not
no, like...
Why are you guys acting weird?
I assume because this is walking, there are mirrors about.
Yeah. I'm more than likely presuming this mirrors.
Charlie, turn around and face the mirror.
Oh, this is my new suit, too.
It's gonna make a bitchin' scar, though.
Yeah.
Bitch
True.
and Scar. Stark's gonna
Bitch
kill
and
me,
Scar.
though.
Chicks love
Oh.
scars. Good conversation starter.
Tony and Batman exist in the same universe.
I
Do they drink
am-
together? Or do
I
they
am-
hate each other?
Hey, I am the only Marvel-based hero here. I need to establish
Yeah.
dominance quickly.
So I'm giving it to you. I'm just trying to, like, for reference sake, would Batman and Iron Man hang out, or would they hate each other? 'Cause
Money
I can
fights.
see it
Money
both
fights.
ways.
Money
Money
fights.
fights.
They have money fights, and all the spider kids are like scrambling to grab whatever hits the ground.
All the Spider Kids and all the Robins are scrambling to grab money.
I want to see that fight. I'm just
Now,
saying.
Real
Alfred's-
quickly Google if robins eat spiders.
I think they do.
Yikes! Especially knowing that Jason's history. And I'm just picturing Alfred with those little push dusters, trying to pick up the change because no one's taking the coins.
Yeah.
Why do no one take the pennies? Because they're pocket weights, that's why.
No one took the pennies because they're afraid if they do, they have a roll of pennies in their fist to punch someone with.
As you're stood around, there is a tremor that seems to shake the entire room. The glass front door, like, audibly, like, whines, and you can clearly see it's the metal frame it's set in is bent out of shape. There is this split that comes across the floor. It zigzags through the place and just under the counter and into the back.
Oh, come on! I'm about to get pizza!
I don't know.
Ugh.
I don't know who this person is, but this person is interrupting with pizza time. I don't know about you guys, but this means fucking war. I'm out for blood.
It's just a deep sigh from behind the mask. I don't get a break, do I?
None of us
Get a
do.
break.
You hear the pizza guy in the back suddenly, like, there's this massive crash, and you hear him yell out, "What the actual hell?"
I leap over the counter. I run back into the kitchen to make sure he's okay.
He's
me a slice while you're back there!
a little scuffed, sort of like holding on to a cabinet. There's just this giant hole in the floor where the pizza oven used to be, and a tunnel that curves off into darkness.
I shoot Webb and try to pull him towards me like one of those like
Grappling?
no, what's the fucking like sticky hand things?
Oh,
Pull to me.
Okay.
Like, haul him over.
Yeah,
gonna
but
make you-
not too hard so he doesn't Gwen Stacy.
Jeez.
Oh!
Oh, God.
Oh
my
no! You
God.
did not!
Yes, I did.
At least you specified.
You do not give the man whiplash. He sort of wipes the sweat off his forehead a little bit. Thanks. He gestures to the hole. What the fuck?
I don't know, dude. It's been a long day. I got shot. I'm really hungry and I really don't want to work right now. I just want pizza. But, superhero duty calls and here I am.
All three of y'all's pizzas was in that oven. So I mean,
Fuck! Just
Mu-
across Chicago, you hear a muffled fuck.
fuck!
It's like
I
the
suppose
hey, hey
I could
scream.
go get. Hold on. He like sort of steps around the hole and he goes to the freezer and he throws the freezer open. And that's all gone too. There's just a giant hole in the floor. He sort of smacks his lips a little bit and closes the freezer door. And turns back to Charlie. I mean, you can get your pizza elsewhere. Or if you go get my stuff back, I'll just give it to you for free.
Guys, come in here.
What? Oh my.
It's a hole.
Yeah.
He just looks down, going, tell me a giant mole didn't do that.
I don't know, man.
Wait. Were our pizzas in that oven?
Yeah.
Based on her obscenity earlier, I'm going to presume her pizza was in that oven. You're going after the oven, aren't you?
Of course, you realize this means war. All right. Anyone coming with me?
Alonze.
Alonzi.
Loki, I'm
Charlie?
waiting for both of you to just swan dive down the hole.
Charlie, web onto me, cause I'm gonna yank you through the hole as I fly through. So hold the fuck on.
Why
Like, how
would I
wide
do
is the
that?
hole?
This hole is probably like 14 feet on the round.
Oh no, you're fine.
Never mind.
Yeah, Charles gonna say, are you fucking patronizing me right now? I
My
swing
husband.
around skyscrapers.
I just wanted to help in a tight and
She
close
swan
space.
dives down the hole.
Charlie's
You-
first noted.
You're getting between a New Yorker and pizza. My advice, make sure your will's up to date. And then he's going to jump in after her.
Jason is second.
Drew's gonna look down the hole, turn around, look at the pizza chef. I'll try to get you oven, but if not, Drew will hand him a card, which is basically like, call this number, you get compensation for any shit that happened with this enhanced persons, which I'm sure is a thing.
Yes,
Give me
actually,
that.
he takes it and he was like, my sister needed this last year. Thank you.
Take another one just in case. Well, see ya. And he'll like fall, like he'll take a step backwards and just fall and then fly through.
The initial hole isn't very deep, maybe like 20 feet down. And then it curves off into a tunnel. At certain points in the tunnel, they seem to branch off very slightly. Any attempt to explore these tunnels just results in dead ends that curve up into other buildings. You would discover that these buildings are all food related. Bakeries, both a Dunkin' Donuts and a Krispy Kreme. A place that does hamburgers. It's just all food related. All of these tunnels eventually go down a little bit. Deep enough that you're sort of below city sewer at this point.
Mm.
And it dumps out into this seemingly small man-made cavern all of like the which you can see along the other walls, there are more tunnels. There are pizza ovens down here that have just sort of been discarded. There's hot dog carts. There's grills that still have some burgers on them, etc., etc., etc. And sat in the middle of the cavern, sort of scratching and prying at a pizza oven, there is this massive figure, clearly humanoid, as they have 2 arms, and even though they're set, you can see 2 legs. Hunched forward, their head sort of comes out of their chests, so they sort of have Igor syndrome a little bit. They are completely made of what appears to be a thick stone material. Probably would stand about 10 feet tall. Easily, because they're facing away from you, you see their back. Their shoulders are 5 feet across. And again, this creature is completely made out of what appears to be rock. Just this gray cobblestone material. And with big, meaty rock fingers, they're scratching at the pizza. There's sparks coming off because the oven is metal.
Does it notice us?
No, it is very content with trying to get your pizza.
I'm just gonna really quietly like get close to Charlie and be like, "You're gonna break it, aren't you?" That's a yes, isn't it?
I will die trying if I have to.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, what's the nearest, like, really large, really fucking heavy object to me?
We're going this way.
Close to you, there is a large hot dog cart. Like, it's an extra wide one, has very big tires on it.
Alright, because if I'm going off the same, strengths and abilities of Spider-Man, I'm going to web that shit, and I'm gonna say, stand back, everybody. And I start to swing it around like a fucking shot put, and then yeet it at this motherfucker.
Roll strength.
Oh god.
I hate it here.
Fantastic roll.
I hate it here.
Is the hunger affecting the swing?
That's 10. That was a 6 on the die plus 4.
I really expected like a nat 1.
That would have made so much more sense. I feel like the 10 is even more insulting.
It's like that. It's that middle ground of, we could, but we couldn't.
Swing the cart around with all of your might and huck it. Maybe there's a little power lost on the throw. And the cart goes sailing across the cavern and smashes into this thing's back. Metal just goes everywhere. The tires go flying. The cart still had water in it, so that goes everywhere. The creature sort of shifts a little bit, takes its hand off the oven and scratches at its head. Sort of looks around a little bit and eventually spots everybody. It points with its big stone finger. Did you throw that?
It can talk.
That's
not gonna save it!
okay.
And this is where we see Charlie's villain origin story.
What made her go evil? Pizza.
Don't fuck with the New Yorker's pizza.
Most villains have a tragic backstory. Charlie, I just wanted a fucking pizza, man.
What are you in here for? The pizza. Jason's
gonna be like, Why did you? How do I feel so stupid asking this. Why'd you take all the food, buddy?
Cause me hungry.
You could easily use Grubhub. Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. Though, if they want to.
I'm more of a DoorDash kind of person.
Hey, if they're
As
paying,
long as it's not Uber Eats.
fucking seriously.
There are easier ways to get food, buddy.
Me don't know. This seemed pretty easy.
Or you could just, I don't know, get one cooker and cook it yourself instead of, stealing.
Instapot's really easy to use.
Wait, are we trying to reason with this thing?
I'm either wanting to reason with it or I want to kill it. Do you want me to become a murderer right now? We already have one.
Carry on.
We already have one killer superhero on the loose. I don't think we need another.
If you're looking to me to be the voice of reason here, I'm going to be honest. I kind of hear me out. I'm kind of wondering if the rock thing can die. So, like, I'm kind of torn. Morally, I should stop her, but, like, I'm curious to see what happens.
Alright. Dude, basically, you need to quit this shit. Otherwise, we're not responsible for our actions. So, what we're going to do, we're going to take that pizza oven that has our pizzas in it. We're going to bring it back up. And you're going to leave Millie's alone. Cool?
Can I have pizza?
No, those are ours.
Can they make me pizza?
They can, like,
They-
if you
can.
ask.
If you ask nicely.
Sort of scratches its head a little bit. How nice do I please? Please is good word. Yes, please is nicely.
Please is good word.
I think I had a stroke listening to that.
You can't see because the mask is on, but I'm kind of just in that state of, like, again, I'm really kind of curious. Can this rock thing be killed? Because at this point, why not? I'm curious. Just the brain is hurting. He's had a rough day.
Yes, please is a good word. Thank you is also another nice word at the end of you asking politely.
So I go to man who make pizza. I look him. I say, please thank.
You
Okay.
say,
He has you there. You did say before it and end, so he got you there.
yeah, just here's what you say. You go to the nice man and you say, please, may I have a pizza? Thank you.
And this get me pizza?
It does get you pizza.
Ah.
Problem is, you also kind of have to pay for it, with money. But on this occasion, I will pay for your pizza. Just this once. Any other time, you pay for your food. And you don't hurt anyone to get money.
Is that how people get money sometimes? Do you hit people and money come out of them?
Way to go, Storm Chaser. You took a perfectly good rock monster and taught him about mugging. Way to go.
Shut the fuck up. I will rip that mask off you. I don't give a fuck. Don't. Bad people do it. But you're not a bad person, are you? Don't. Drew will literally put up a finger to the rest of them. Just shit. Got a thing here.
You say being nice, get me pizza. I nice guy. And the creature stands up, literally without breaking a sweat, just puts the pizza oven on its shoulder and starts to move towards you.
Just gonna put it out there. Can you do that? To Charlie, you're strong. Can you just lift it like that?
It kind of comes and goes.
Huh. Note to self, don't piss you off. At least he's bringing it back.
Yeah. What's your name, by the way, man?
Me, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Gonna really quietly walk close to Charlie. Go ground control to Major Tom.
Over the comms. Jason, I'm trying to keep a straight face here. Shut the fuck up.
I feel like a counter needs to go somewhere of amount of times Jason's told to shut up.
Counter would break. Bad thing is to just count down.
What happens when we get to 0?
The party gets a free pizza.
Fuck, okay.
I thought it was appropriate.
So, Tom, we're going to take the pizza oven back, yeah?
Okay.
And I will get you a pizza.
Yay.
And then after this, you promise not to hurt anyone for money or any reason whatsoever?
If it means I get pizza.
If you do good things, you get pizza.
I like pizza.
Okay. Remember, good things entail hurting people. Retcon! Wait, no.
You were
Braveheart.
very close to messing that up.
I was very close. Good things include helping people.
I heard that as good things include hurting pizza.
I was just and Mitch is just lost.
Throwing haymakers at pizza.
And that is how Mitch loses the entire internet.
The one
pizza.
time my ADD fucking goes through the roof. Remember, helping people is good. Hurting people is bad. You want to be good.
It's pizza.
Because pizza. All right. Okay, guys, let's go.
After you.
You traverse the tunnels yet again, this time with Tom, the rock giant. So then you eventually crawl back out into Millie's pizza pan. But Tom crawls out last so that he can put the oven back. The proprietor, he sees the oven, and there's this moment of relief that clearly washes over him. And then he sees the giant rock monster in his kitchen, and the relief goes back to oh my god, what?
That Jason throws his hands up and is like, ho ho ho. He brought back what he stole. He is sorry for stealing. And because it's your lucky day, he is willing to work for pizza.
Yeah, Tom, you help this man rebuild and fix everything. You get paid in pizza, right?
Sure.
Jason leans in really close. Think about it. Free labor. All you gotta do is give him pizza.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Good man.
Just keep an eye on those cards, just in case. Right. Take your time with the pizza. We'll wait. We are just going to sit down for a break.
Emphasis on the word break.
And Drew's just going to like sit, like lean up against the wall.
What I feel like Charlie's just gonna be staring at the oven and be like, if this moves, I kill something.
She's staring intently at it.
Ugh.
As you are stood, just waiting for your pizza. Everybody knows what's about to happen. Everybody knows. There is what sounds like an explosion and screaming that comes from outside.
That better be the new attraction on the newest Pride float, or I swear to whatever god wants to hear me.
You know what? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I didn't hear it. Did you hear that, guys?
Didn't hear it.
Did you hear that?
Didn't hear it.
Oh, we're gonna have to check it out, aren't we?
I think we should check it out in order of height. Tallest first.
Everyone looks to Drew.
How tall is Jason?
5'7".
Fuck.
Slowly raises a hand up to Charlie and like
She's 5 foot.
slowly gonna raise a hand.
You're just like you actually just take her wrist and like dangle her hand up, and then put it on her head.
I hate you both sometimes.
We are gonna guard the pizza.
You better. Drew is going to check out what the fuck just happened.
You head towards the front of the store again, and funnily enough, you are accompanied by Tom the Rock Giant.
Hi, Tom.
Hello.
You good?
Yes, Tom going outside.
Okay.
You say tall person, go, Tom tallest. Tom, assume you mean Tom.
Yes, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, you're free to come with me. We're gonna check out that explosion and screaming. And I'm gonna show you how we help people.
Okay.
How old are you, Tom?
And he like holds up his hand and starts counting on his fingers. And funnily enough, he gets to 3 and then shakes his head and puts one back down.
Head empty. Oh, this poor boy.
His wit is -1, yes.
You know what? Forget I asked. Let's just go.
Okie doke.
While all this is happening, Jason's just watching, going, "We took 2 birds with 1 stone." And if they're gone long enough, his pizza will be free game for a certain spider who was starving.
Gosh, planting evil notions where they don't need to be.
It's not evil. It's just
It's free real estate.
exactly. Remember, possession is 9/10 of the law. The other 10th is, do you really want to fight the spider lady? who
Suddenly
is
Drew-
starving.
Suddenly, Drew's ears are burning.
It's fine. You have a rocky protector.
Drew and Tom head outside just in time to see, gosh, the chaos. There's a car on fire. You assume that's the explosion. Some people are like clearly like burning. There is a man waltzing down the street. He wears a leather jacket. He has like a muscle shirt on underneath it that has like the Pink Floyd, the Spectrum logo. Like really tight tweed pants, Vans, absolutely like huge loop earrings in his ears, and spiked pink hair. And in his right hand, he wields his mighty weapon, the crowbar.
No, come on. Son of a bitch, really.
There's
Worse
some
than
like
Wonder
random kid who was doing something in a nearby alleyway. Who knows? Let's not judge his life. So he comes out of the alleyway and the crowbar gets his hand on him. The crowbar starts hitting him with his crowbar.
Drew's just gonna look at this and go, really? Really? This guy? Okay. Alright. Crowbar.
Like looks up from the kid he's beating. Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Fuck off. Just fuck off.
He seems genuinely hurt. Places a hand to his chest. Comes to this like self-realization. He looks down. He's like contemplating his life. He gives you a very heartfelt look, and he's like, you know what? You're right. I could be doing other things right now. Like your mother. He starts beating the kid again.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
know
be
what?
honest.
You gotta give him that one. You gotta give him
you-
that one.
You know what? I think you should roll for psychic damage for that one. Just saying. That's what I think. He had you in the first half.
Hey, Tom.
Oh, no.
Hello.
Guess what I did last night?
That guy needs a hug.
Oh no.
Like, don't hug the kid. Hug the guy with the leather jacket and the pink hair. He needs a hug. Hugging him
That's
will help
right.
him.
He clearly has parent issue.
Oh no.
Drew is gonna slap him on his back and just go, yeah, he does. He just needs a hug, man. Give him a really good hug.
Oh no. Oh no.
Tom starts like marching towards the crowbar. The crowbar stops beating the kid. He's like, oh, you want some too? Little did the crowbar know that Drew has damned him to a horrible, horrible fate.
Oh my god.
Tom outstretches his arms, which again, he has a shoulder span of like 5 feet. Tom is massive. Wraps his big stone arms out around the crowbar, and you hear like a single discomforted grunt come out of the crowbar before like the whole world seems to go silent, so that you can hear his spine shatter, and he's turned into this crooked shape, and his neck sort of swells for a moment before his head pops off like a toothpaste top.
Just out of curiosity.
Do I need to take villain points?
Do the two of us know any of this just happened?
No, we're watching an oven.
We might have heard something.
Yeah, I
It's
was gonna
way
say you
down the
probably
street.
hear the sound of a human skeleton get liquefied.
Is there like a perfectly cut off scream?
there's no. He doesn't have time to scream. Um, there's an awfully uncomfortable noise when all that pressure lets go and pops his head. If you all want to imagine that schlorp.
You can't see it because of the mask, but he closes his eyes and actually just like slowly looks towards the door. If you and I pretend we heard nothing, we can wait for that pizza. But if we acknowledge we heard that, we have to go see what the hell that was.
Heard what?
That's what I thought.
At this point, Drew is just like,
Let's go. The crowbar just. Gosh, there's not a word to describe. Flop is not the right word. It's like.
oh no.
It's like a
What
tarp.
have I done?
His body, when Tom lets it go, is like a tarp. It just sort of gently settles. The viscera is 1 block over.
Hey, Tom.
Uh-huh.
Like, come here, buddy.
Tom comes over. He like squats so he can look at Drew.
Do you know what a secret is?
Yes, Tom know many secrets.
Great. This is one of them. Only you and I know what happened here, okay?
And that guy, and he points to the kid who was getting beaten.
I'm gonna go. I'll check on him later, but you and I keep what happened here between ourselves, okay?
Okay, doke.
I think it's just better for everyone. But yeah, you definitely earned that pizza, buddy.
Tom could share with you one of his secrets. Seems fair.
Sure, buddy. Why not?
Okay, after we eat pizza, I show you secret.
Show me secret.
Uh-huh, secret place.
Uh-huh. Okay. Can we show my other friends the secret place as well? You could trust them.
Tom suppose.
Okay.
Pizza first. And he just goes storming back into the place.
Pizza first.
Is he covered in blood when he enters?
Actually, that's a point.
There's a
Like-
single speck on his face, if you want to call it that. His face is
How
really like a
big
conglomeration of
is
stones.
this speck, though?
It is a single speck. I cannot stress enough. Tom has a plus 20 strength.
A plus
When
what?
he
now?
hugged the crowbar. When I say that viscera is a
Evaporated this man.
when I say that viscera is a block over, it is a block. He emptied him like a toothpaste tube.
I should be in jail.
So what you're saying
This
is,
whole stream is gonna get flagged. I just know
I
it.
so what you're saying,
I'm a
what
bad
you're telling
man.
me
I
is,
mean, if
this-
Amazon wants to take this down, just Invincible exists on
That's the
Amazon.
point. What you're telling me is that this week, to follow up the grave robbing and the war crime that 2 people committed last week,
Or war
somebody
crimes. Yes.
convinced a rock person to commit a war crime.
Maybe
That's-
we're bad people.
Are we the bad guys?
I'm just going to ask, does anyone's hero have a skull on it? Because I think we might be the baddies.
Maybe we are the monsters.
I think we are the bad guys. Drew's gonna check up with the kid.
The kid's fine, a little bruised. he was being beaten by the crowbar, who, gosh, the crowbar.
Whose superpower is holding a crowbar.
Is wielding a crowbar. He named himself. Most supervillains are named by the media. The crowbar named himself.
Very true.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Gosh, when I do my notes, the crowbar fucking died is just gonna be like in all bolded text.
We didn't even have to fight him.
And to think, we almost fought the thing that killed him.
Yeah, like this whole time I'm just like, if this guy ever just flicked us,
Oh my god.
that's just, ow. Drew is gonna, just like do basic medical shit. Just make sure, like, there's no blood in his eye. Make sure he's, in an elevated position and just not at risk of hurting himself, as well as calling the paramedics.
Yeah, he's dazed and confused and a little perturbed.
Good word.
Yeah. Corvo's also gonna like get on the phone to cleanup detail, if that's a thing that exists.
It's something that I suppose would exist. They're very confused when you contact them because they're like, "There's nothing on the news."
But he'll call them just like, yeah, there's nothing on the news because this literally just happened. Let's just say it's a mess here. Yeah, we're gonna need you ASAP.
I need the hazard crew.
It's gonna have to like connect the dots with the crowbar's innards.
Like, I can't even describe it. Like, he's still on the phone, dude. Like, I can't even describe it. It's bad, and I don't even think my phone camera can even handle the.
All right, okay, we're coming. Just gonna run it up the flagpole because all cleanups need UN approval. We'll take care of it.
Just. Do I need to make a report about this at some point?
With your official liaison, do you know who they are?
Yeah. Drew will give the liaison's name because Mitch can't actually remember.
Because you don't have one.
We don't? I thought we did. Or did we have a temporary liaison as we were visiting?
You had a tour guide, essentially. Your liaison is going to be with the UN. You can't remember the name because they don't exist.
At that point, you go, we technically don't have a liaison because we have a need for one for a while. With us being not needed.
I should work on that, though.
So you hear whoever you're on the phone with, like, clearly, like, scratch their forehead and mutter to themselves, "Jesus Christ, it's gonna be a lot of paperwork. I should call my wife."
Let me just put it this way. Some of my group recently ran into the Secretary of Defense and, I gave us a green light on most things. I think this is one of them.
Yeah, okay, alright. If I know any more, my blood pressure is gonna go up more, so we'll deal with it.
Oh, buddy. And he'll hang up there. Just, oh, buddy. Click. And then Drew is gonna basically say to any civilians walking by, clear the area. Like 2 blocks, clear area, go.
I mean, they already had that one under a car exploded.
Just and then head back because he needs pizza.
Let's head back inside to Jason and Charlie, and the smell of pizza. The pizza is just coming out of the oven. It smells divine. It's the first meal you've eaten in like 24 hours.
Hi guys.
You good?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good.
You look like you just saw like something horrible. What was the explosion?
Car exploded down the street. Crowbar. The crowbar. We took care of it.
Oh.
You could have called for us. Is everything okay?
Is the pizza ready?
Yeah, I just popped out of the oven.
Like, yeah.
He will
it's
grab
good.
a slice
Why?
and just.
Did the crowbar beat you?
Where is he?
Over there, over there, and over there.
This action will have consequences.
I don't know. I don't know.
In Drew's head. Where isn't he? Is the question.
I don't know if it's a dual thing, but I'm personally trying to drag this out to make you feel more and more awkward because of my ignorance.
Look, I already feel bad.
I know, but it's humorous. But we don't know why you feel bad, so we're just like concerningly, what's wrong? Is everything okay? You just fought a villain. Where is he?
Tom, you stay with the owner, help him clear up and, make stuff, and he'll pay you in pizza. You guys, grab a couple of slices, meet me outside, please.
It's Tom shoving pizza in his face as best he can with his big, can't say meaty fingers because he's made out of rock, but he's got pretty thick fingers as he's like shoving pizza as you guys go. He's like, don't forget I have a secret.
Yeah, we'll come back to that in a minute, buddy. Guys, outside now.
Jason slinks towards the door, very intrigued by the word secret, but also concerned by your tone.
I am munching on pizza as I'm following.
We don't have to worry about the crowbar.
That's a relief.
Why did you beat him?
I didn't.
Okay, it's the crowbar, so I'm assuming any Joe Schmo could beat him. What happened? Did you walk in on a civilian doing it?
No, the crowbar was beating a civilian. And I told Tom to give him a hug.
You beat the crowbar with love?
That's a first.
I knew the crowbar was fucking weird, but like,
Yeah.
Just
all he needed was a hug.
Just come with me.
Okay.
And he'll like guide them to the corner of the crossroads of the street and just point.
On the crossroads, you very clearly see the crowbar's deflated body. Not a single ounce of blood left in him. And Drew's pointing down the street to where his head has become wedged on a stop sign.
Jason's going to hand the pizza slice to Charlie. I lost my appetite.
Same. She's just gonna drop both pieces of pizza on the ground.
We left you alone for not even 5
I underestimated its strength. I've already called it in.
While you're doing this, Jason slowly turns and gets like really close to your face. He broke a hole in the buildings for pizza. You underestimated his strength. How?
I got angry.
What did he do? Insult your mother?
God damn. I hate you so much. That was so good. That's such a stupid line, but it's so good.
Without hesitation.
That's
Bear in mind, Drew still has his arm out and is not looking down that way. He's just yes, as well as beat a fucking innocent civilian almost to a bloody pulp. And he's the reason for the car explosion.
You're a professional, right?
Professional what? I don't even know anymore.
We'll get to that later. You're telling me you sent, points back to the pizza place, him after the crowbar because he insulted your... What was the insult? Hold on. Pulls out his phone and aims it at you. I want this for later.
What was the reason?
Holds the record button. Go on.
I had enough for today. I told the crowbar to just fuck off. He told me he could be doing better things, like fucking my mother. And I sent Tom after to go give him a hug. I am well aware of my actions. I am well aware of my consequences. I already take full responsibility of my consequences because I already called this in.
Puts his phone back away. You're telling Batman.
I know.
Looks at Charlie. And we were worried about you committing murder.
This is technically manslaughter.
Do you really want to debate legality now? Oh, better idea. Should we call your mother and ask what she thinks?
Eats pizza. Just
Also, you're getting Charlie another slice because she just dropped her pizza. You owe her 2 pieces now.
I just feel like I'm about to drop my whole stomach.
And
Crowbar sorted it.
After she says that, and you owe her a ginger ale because now her stomach is feeling bad. Walks off. Can't believe this.
Charlie just about faces and just slowly follows after Jason.
Drew's standing there in the middle of the street, just
Eating pizza.
Also, I just realized my name, Charlie Spencer, is the same name of that dude who died in Sokovia. Because I couldn't remember what Charlie's original surname was, so I was just like, Spencer sounds good. And then I realized, and I'm like, oh.
That's not foreshadowing at all.
oh.
It's only foreshadowing if it comes true. Until then, it's a random fact.
Charlie Spencer in this game does not look like Charlie Spencer from Captain America Civil War. I can guarantee that.
Nope.
That Charlie Spencer deserved so much better. All he did was want to build sustainable housing in Sokovia.
And he wanted to make his mama happy.
Yeah.
I
She worked for the
Drew-
State Department. Public
Drew is going to go to the store, buy like some bottles of beer and some ginger ale. And then when he heads back to the pizza place, he'll hand a beer to Jason, the ginger ale to Charlie, a beer to the pizza proprietor, and the other one for himself.
I was about to say, if you give Tom beer, we're gonna have a lot of problems.
No.
I don't want to find out how a rock creature responds to alcohol. Actually, I kind of do, but not right now.
As you
So,
all crack open your alcohol and go to drink, we're gonna draw a quick intermission at that point because it's intermission time.
Gonna
Yes.
put on an ad break.
oh,
I'm a bad man.
I'm a bad man.
To be fair, you had reason to think that Tom was strong, not plus 20 modifier strong.
Yeah, no, I would have thought it would have been a plus 10, not plus 20.
He swore strong.
Especially given the fact that he's also like he has the mental capacity of what 5-year-old.
5-year-old, yeah. Let's just say that Tom does not have any innate ability that lets him dig tunnels. He was just sort of punching the ground hard enough.
For the record, Jason was considering being like, we're going to make you call your mother and tell her what you did. But I'm like, no, recording it for later will be better.
It's an advanced form of shaming, calling someone's mother, telling them they just absolutely murked a supervillain.
Gets back on the space station. Doc, play this on repeat.
Guess what I did last night? I built that flyover there. And then I fucked your mother right beside it. What's your name?
Oh my god.
What's your name? Tony. Fuck you, Tony. Fuck you. What's your name? Don't you bring my mother into this.
All I'm picturing is like on the space station, everyone has like chore slots. Drew doesn't do it. And he's like, I'm tired. Oh, you're tired. Doc, press play. The recording plays back. How tired are you? I'm going. That's what we thought. Cue up, everyone. Why is he doing all the chores? He knows what he did.
Like, he knows why.
Are you blackmailing him? No, blackmail entails that no one else knows. This is just shaming.
Drew's just now fearing the extra dimensional amount of paperwork that's going to be on his desk back at the station.
The desk is empty and you think you're okay, and then you walk into your room, it's just on the bed.
It's just...
With a sticky note with a smile on it. Figured you would want to get started right away.
Hey, Drew, do you want to... I can't. Why? Litigation.
Drew, this really hot woman wants to take you out. I can't. Why? Legal paperwork.
I can't. Why? Paperwork needs to be done.
No, the reason you can't is you finish the paperwork. Your hand is literally like limp from all the signatures.
just a full-on Deadpool moment. Just that's not good.
First injury ever caused by the crowbar.
The most indirect injury ever due to legal paperwork.
And to think, it could have killed you.
I just realized I have to slow down a little bit. Last time I killed Sandpaper Man, and now I've killed the crowbar. I slow down a little bit.
You killed Sandpaper Man. I killed Crowbar.
Ah, he admits it.
That's Mitch. That's Mitch. It's Mitch admitting it. It's not Drew. difference.
It wouldn't have taken very much to kill the crowbar.
I feel like the crowbar is the equivalent of Bob the Hydra agent.
Yeah. A good kick to the nuts, and
The only difference being that Bob's wife is really good at making what is it, quesadillas or something?
tuna casserole.
Tuna casserole. That's what it was.
Bad for the hips, though.
I mean, that's what makes it good. If you can induce that look from SpongeBob.
Gosh,
You know
what
what?
look? I'm confused.
Oh, Francis.
No
If I
one would.
Google SpongeBob big hips, am I gonna be scarred?
SpongeBob hips, like, oh.
It's when they learned that Squidward liked Krabby Patties. It all went to his hips.
So I googled SpongeBob big hips. The first
no.
thing that
I'm
came
sorry,
up
what?
Is
I dissociated for a bit, and that's what I come back to.
Either
SpongeBob big hips.
Either A, your brain is like tagging certain words to keep an eye out for. That triggered something in you that you didn't know you wanted triggered.
The top result is a the top result is a BuzzFeed article called 27 Bikini Bottoms That Will Make You Say Damn, SpongeBob.
Whoever wrote the headline for that article deserves a raise. That's good.
That deserves a round of applause.
But they deserve a raise before they go.
Oh.
Do you want to know the first person to ever tell me and technically my whole class that joke, the round of applause? We were on a field trip, and the instructor that was like, we were like at a museum sort of thing, and he played for us like a little infomercial, and he asked for a round of applause for the presenter, and we clapped. God, he got so angry at us. God, like he did the expectation subversion thing. I don't know if that was necessarily the route to go with like 7-year-olds. God, he was so angry. He was like, "No, you do it like this," and they did the in a circle. And the teacher thought it was really funny, and we were all like, "What did we do wrong?" Oh,
That's how you traumatize children.
Yeah.
we're just there to learn about fish.
We're just here to learn about fish, man.
Not all the aquarium. Pandemic needs to
Can I
end.
just say I'm damn proud of this half-assed mall makeup I did?
It's really good.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it.
Very symmetrical.
You know
It
that
does
that's
not
what
look symmetrical when you're up close.
Okay, but unless you have like a professional makeup team, like you did that in what, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
For 20, 30 minutes, like that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when
And
the fact
this
that
isn't all of the black that I can put on my face either.
Gosh, that could mean a couple things. Oof.
I'm
Ooh,
way to
gosh.
put a pin in that.
I realize how that sounded, but hear me out. Maul tattooed a lot of black onto his face because he is a Dathomirian Zabrak.
Mm-hmm.
He basically tattooed the entire back of his head.
And his ears.
And his
His
ears.
His whole ears.
His whole
Yep.
ass ears.
The ears wouldn't be as painful though, I think, because it's all cartilage.
But still.
It's getting in the nooks and crannies of that sucker, though. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, the artist. Kudos to the artist.
Mm-hmm.
That's a steady hand.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, like there is no streaks of.
the person that
did he
walks
get the
in on
tattoos
that.
done before ear piercing or after ear piercing? Because then
Before.
you got. Mm-hmm.
Because I think he got them when he was like 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, being
Put
the
a
person
pin
who
in
walks in, and you've got like the needle in the kid's ear. Like, what you doing?
What you got
That's
there?
as good as my
A smoothie.
a smoothie.
Smoothie.
I'm doing a job. What are you doing? Ugh.
Jeez.
I don't know normally how long intermission. 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Question mark?
however long people need it to be.
About 50 minutes is okay.
However long
Drinks
is
and
needed.
Stuff. I don't know.
Ah.
Does anyone need to do a quick refresher of their drinks or foods?
I need a refresher of my emotions.
Talk to Disney on that one.
Fucking baloney.
God
He
damn
has-
it, Dave.
God,
He has a he has
fucking
Twitter.
damn it, Dave.
He has a Twitter. You can complain if you wish.
He's never gonna.
It's
read
really
it.
unfortunate because I would add him immediately just to say that I did, but I'm afraid if I type Dave Filoni into Twitter, I'm gonna get spoiled. So
Yeah.
Oh, more than likely, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, Twitter is the worst place to go to if you want to avoid spoilers.
Oh, you want to talk about horrible spoilers? Just my For You page on TikTok today.
yeah, I had to block people on TikTok just because literally I opened it and no spoiler warning. It was immediately just someone like playing a
Okay,
clip
for
from
the,
the show.
for the people who put spoiler warnings and like a 5-second delay before it, I respect that.
Yeah, no, I can
Everyone,
respect that.
Cool,
everyone
yeah.
else, fuck those people.
When I open the
Mhm.
app and it's immediately playing a scene, I like huck my phone.
That phone is durable. Because I can imagine you hucked it pretty fast.
Okay, it's got a very nice case on it.
That's good.
I remember those gorilla cases that came out. Those things were like sturdy as fuck.
Were they made by Nokia?
I assume so, or at least they got someone from Nokia to talk materials and designs.
All I'm saying, if you make a suit of armor out of Nokia, you should be able to survive any fight.
This has to exist. So I need someone like wearing Nokia phones and just the caption Iron Man.
Oh my god!
Fuck Beskar. I want Nokia armor.
I'm dreading the fact that someday someone's gonna see this and be like, "Hey, what's a Nokia?" And we're all gonna be like, "And we all just got dated."
And I now have gray hairs.
Oh my god! I found one the other day and I was like so destroyed.
Oh no.
Thankfully, it was like facial hair, which I know grays for like sooner.
Yeah.
It exists. Someone did it.
What?
It exists.
Oh,
Wait, someone actually did it?
so what? No.
Put it somewhere so we can see this.
ORM.
It's in Discord.
Oh god, you did.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, they actually did it.
Okay, I'm opening this up right now.
All I'm gonna do is remind everyone. Jeff Goldblum said it best. You had the ability and you didn't stop to ask, should I? All the while you're saying, can we? You didn't stop to ask, should we?
And
Why?
now
though?
you're selling it. You're selling it.
Why? Why?
I mean, whoever was saying you
Okay.
take, whoever
Okay.
said screw Beskar, give me Nokia, put it on. It's there.
I
Come on.
was about
You
to
said it.
ask which is stronger, Beskar or Nokia.
Depends on who wrote the episode.
Woof.
If it's Dave Filoni, the Beskar will hold out just barely. Anyone else, the Nokia wins.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
All right, it's been 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's get it
Did
going.
we save 15% or more on car insurance though?
I
You can
call him
switch to
Geico.
And here's the Brit just going, ah.
Again, not sponsored, but if they want to.
That's my gosh. Wouldn't that be? I would die immediately of shock if I got an email that was like, yeah, that stupid thing you do online, McDonald's wants to sponsor it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Okay, but I do know a streamer who is sponsored by McDonald's. The deal is he has to have one McDonald's food item every stream, and he gets paid. It's not that bad a gig.
I'm going.
It
to hell.
doesn't have to be the burger. It could just be the shake.
Nice.
It could be
I
the
had the
chicken
thought
nuggets.
of the McDonald's theme, the ba 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 ba. Replace the final note with whatever sound the crowbar made when he exploded.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Okay.
There's a beanbag chair waiting for me in hell.
There's a throne waiting for me. Let's continue.
So you've all sat down. Drew got you drinks. Well, he got Charlie a non-alcoholic beverage. Got one for himself. Got one for Jason. Got one for the proprietor, who like very happily like pops the cap off that sucker and bottoms up. No, 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 no. It's my drinking sound. Shut.
She's gonna carefully twist the cap. Flick. And just chug the fucking ginger ale.
Those days.
Yeah. She's doing it no hands too. She's just okay. And
Welp.
and then once it's chugged, and then face plant on a table.
That's fair. By the way, guys, Tom has a secret place he wants to show us later.
What's to say he's not gonna kill us too?
I don't think he will.
He didn't think he would do that to the crowbar either, but look at where we are now, man. I don't know if I trust your judgment.
She has a point.
Just he's. I feel that if he wanted to kill us, he wouldn't be smart about it and do it in a secret place. He would just done it. He's not exactly. You know, he's got the mind of a child. He doesn't think that far ahead.
You're walking in front of him then, or with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's
We're gonna have like a nice wide berth.
That's
Mm-hmm.
hey. Hey, Tom.
Uh-huh.
You want to show us that secret place of yours?
Okay. Trading secrets is fun. Tom gets up and he makes for the door, sort of waddles a little bit.
I follow. Right beside him.
I wait until they're about a good 10 or 20 paces away before I stand up and follow.
Same.
You follow with Tom. I get two of you a safe distance behind, out of squeezing range.
Out of Colgate range.
This stream sponsored by
toothpaste.
Colgate.
Colgate toothpaste.
9 out of 10 dentist proof.
We know what happens to the other one.
I wasn't gonna say it. We follow.
Starts to get really suspicious. You get a couple of weird looks as you're going, down the streets. For obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But it really starts to get suspicious because you head out of the inner city. You hit the suburbs. You start to leave the city. Tom is leading you into the woods.
I don't mean to be that person, Drew. But where are we going?
Oh, please.
I
Tom,
don't like how you're being so casual about all this. Where
It's
are
called-
we, man?
It's called Denial. It's a nice place in Egypt, I hear.
Hey, Tom, how much further?
It's just over here, behind this rock.
Shit, we're here, guys. Okay. Yeah. What's the secret place, man?
So you come to like this sort of like lull in the, I call it the forest floor, because at this point you're surrounded by trees. There is what looks to be some kind of well-worn path, not a official road by any means, because it's sort of out here in the woods, but it's definitely like frequently used, and there is some kind of transport that is like clearly like broken down on this dirt stretch of road. It appears to be some kind of armored truck that one of the wheels is missing, the hood is up in a tree, there's still some smoke coming out of the engine, and it's hauling behind it a very large trailer that has the back blown off of it entirely, and that sits about 10 paces or so behind the trailer. It's all this very like stark, like extremely like shiny Camino white.
Hmm.
Except for the exploded bits. Those obviously aren't shiny anymore.
Jason gets like kind of close to Drew. Good place to get killed.
Um. Tom, what happened here?
Tom not tell nobody what happened.
We won't tell anybody either. Right, guys?
I know nothing. I see nothing.
You see, told you could trust them.
Mm. Uh, Tom made the bad men go quiet.
Which bad man?
They dress all in white. They poke Tom with sticks. Laugh. They laugh because it hurt Tom. They not laugh anymore.
These people in white, were they adults like us? Were they younger, older?
Tom don't know. They wore it like makes this motion with his hands before like eventually pointing specifically at Jason. Face thing, face on face.
They were masked and wore white. Would that ring any bells for us?
Hmm.
Not the one.
Damn. the one time I was like, hey, I actually might know something. Um. Hmm.
There's no insignias or symbols on the vehicle. Is there?
There is a singular symbol on both of the doors of the armored truck. It is a red circle that contains inside of it 3 dark black lines that sort of intersect. Gosh, what's the best way I can describe the
Does
shape?
it look like a Mercedes-Benz emblem?
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Well,
Little bit,
is
yeah.
it like, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
Hey, at least we all thought the same thing. I knew the Benz was an evil car.
Does this symbol ring any bells whatsoever?
For the symbol, perhaps everyone can roll wit.
That will go well.
It's good, I can tell it is. It's the best. Oh. Ah.
That's a natural 2. Plus 2. He's 4.
I got a 9.
I got a 15.
Jason
Ah,
and
thank
Charlie
God.
don't know shit.
We're hungry.
We're hungry.
Hungry. Jason has alcohol in his system. That clearly looks like the demonic Mercedes-Benz.
He has thinking it's Mercedes, so he's just biased.
Drew, however, for whatever purpose, has seen the logo once before because it belongs to a company. It belongs to a bioengineering company that was based in Italy for a long time, but migrated over here to America when it got the green light to begin testing on any like supers who volunteered. Basically, supers could give blood, and this company would study their blood in an attempt to better understand superheroes. And
Because that's not totally sketch.
a reason I guess Drew would know this symbol is perhaps they've approached him once before and asked if he'd be willing to donate any like plasma or anything.
I imagine Drew was like, no. Ain't happening. What is the name of the company? If you can remember.
Let me grab it from my notes. It is Evolutionis,
Gesundheit.
which is Old Latin for evolution.
Could you
Spell it.
Yeah.
EVOLUTIONIS.
Evolutions. Okay. At that, Drew's is kind of like, ah. I think Tom actually did some good here.
What do you mean?
This vehicle belongs to a company called Evolutionis.
Supercalifragilistic what now?
Italian company that came over to the Americas, and they would take Super's plasma, blood, bone marrow, just Super's materials for pretty heinous things that were misconstrued as research.
That sounds illegal.
Hmm.
Like, not the illegal, but like, the people who go missing in body bags type of illegal. How do you know?
How the fuck do you know this shit?
They approached me.
Looks at Charlie. Looks back to you. The fuck? Why did they approach it? Not that I actually want them to. Why did they approach us? It's because he's a foreigner.
Yeah, it's because he's a foreigner.
Wow. Okay. All right. For your information, yes, they did approach me while I was back home. But luckily, I told them politely to fuck off.
At least your judgment's good some of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a while to trust you know who to, even stick me with any needle.
What, your doctor?
God? You pointed up, so I'm assuming you're talking about God.
No, go. You know the preliminary medical tests that we had to do to, up for the space station.
Wait, we got tested?
You got tested?
Am I the only one who got pricked with a needle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mother.
Cue up Gotham, Batman just sitting there. Ha! Sucker.
I literally think as well. Batman strikes again.
It's legit. It's the legit thing of Flash eating a pretzel. How do the teleport even work? It'll work. How do you know? I'm testing it. On who? You. Clicks the button. How'd you know that was going to work? I didn't. Takes the pretzel, but it did.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, call the guy.
Wait, you got injected with something?
No. I had blood drawn.
Oh.
What was your insurance bill like afterwards?
The fact that I didn't see one means it's probably expensive.
Out of character, I say that because I got my bill for my recent blood work. Thank God I have insurance.
Welcome to America.
Do I want to know?
Let me go get it.
Oh, fuck.
Jason would look around and be like, so these guys wanted your plasma. They had him. That begs a question. Tom?
It's my mailbox.
Wow.
Where is it?
Tom, were you always Rocky?
As far as Tom remember.
Do you have a mom and dad?
Tom guess so.
Hold on, I gotta do some calculating. Alright, bear in mind, I only had to pay $61.07 for this.
So
The
close to
grand total was... $1,758.10
For basic
for
blood
blood
work?
work.
That dime
It
is
was
the
to
real
get
important
to
one.
get tested for STDs and everything too.
Where did you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah, it was for hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, lipid profile, syphilis antibody, HIV testing, a blood count, hepatitis B surface antigen, all that.
Tom, when you were with them,
Don't have sex and you won't get STDs.
that too. Tom, don't have sex. Tom,
Don't have sex.
did
I
they?
mean, Tom does not wear any pants.
Jason's gonna slowly look down,
What are you doing?
questioning a lot.
Oh.
Did they do anything to you in the truck before you got out? Besides
They have
laugh.
sticks. The Tom
Sticks?
like stomps his feet and he goes over to a bush. You see a white helmet sort of also roll out of the bush.
Oh.
And
I'm already gonna regret asking this. Is it just the helmet?
there is nothing in the helmet. It's just a helmet.
Thank
He did not Django Fett this poor security guard.
Why are you trying to hurt Paige tonight? Can't you tell?
Bro,
Can't you tell she's
you're
wounded?
throwing all of these Star Wars references at me tonight. We don't even get to play Star Wars tonight.
My heart.
That was a rough moment.
I
I
felt
mean,
that.
it's the best,
It's
you know,
apt.
it's the best reference I could make to someone losing their head if I said, no, I did not King Louis VIII him. That's stupid, and I would have regretted saying it immediately.
I mean, actually, I would respect you more because you know it's as a reference that not many people go through.
Also, the accent was killer.
Also, if you do it like 2 times. Oh wait, that's King Henry.
Was it Henry? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Henry.
he chopped off 2 of his
Died.
wives' heads.
Yeah.
Divorce
Divorce
beheaded
beheaded died,
divorce
divorce beheaded survived.
Yep.
Ex-wives.
Jason's gonna go towards the helmet, and I'm gonna regret it and look at it.
It's just a helmet. It's a helmet with a visor. That's it.
Okay. He puts it back down and looks at Tom. You say sticks. What kind of sticks?
From the bush, he pulls out what is very clearly like an electro baton.
Okay.
Jason slowly slides his collapsible one further behind, towards his back.
Drew will
Just
just link
casually.
You're hiding it, right?
You got control of your zip zaps?
He doesn't even know I have zip snaps.
I'm just saying you got that under, like, not gonna accidentally zip zap something.
I hope not.
It better not rain.
It's oh my fucking god, we're in Chicago. I'm fucked.
You may want to stay under a tree.
Hey guys, this is a really, really strange idea. But should we take Tom back home?
You mean
Because let's face it, it's the safest place for him.
How are we gonna get him on the ship?
very carefully? Would he even fit on the ship?
It's a big ship. Yeah.
Okay, that was just the pause. Oh, great! Now they make me fucking.
When I
chase.
thought of like it's a spaceship, basically, when I guess thought everything up, I had the thought that like if anyone decides to be like the Hulk, like
Okay.
that type of thing going for
Right.
them, they'd need to be able to fit on the ship.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, I'm gonna be honest. I was picturing kind of like the Blackbird in size. That's why I was like, will they fit? It may have length, but does it have height?
It's a spaceship.
Okay, then that solves my question.
It's a spaceship.
I mean, you're gonna have to explain to someone if they ask where he came from, and I'm not watering him.
I don't want to. He'll get moss. I don't want that.
I don't know. It'd be kind of cool.
Eh.
Do you all hear like something like sail through the air, like something? And then one of the windows on the truck shatters.
I'm gonna regret this. Reflexively, just because it's a reflex, Jason pulls out his staff. Doesn't activate, just pulls it out and like it's still in his grip, and just looks towards the sound. Should I roll like an investigation or just perception?
It's roll me some wit.
Okay.
Also, Paige, you good? You looked in pain then.
Phrasing, Kitsune, phrasing.
No phrasing for you.
Ah!
No soap for you.
22.
22. You take a look around. You're able to ascertain it was a projectile. It came from the woods. You like look through the woods. You have no idea where it came from. Nothing's moving. Nothing's disturbed.
But I have I have an idea that it was a projectile.
It
Okay.
was a projectile. You know, it wasn't a bullet. And it broke out one, but not both, of the truck's windows. So it did not pass straight through.
First of all, he's gonna look back to everyone else and be like, "Everyone okay?"
Yeah. I didn't get hit. Charlie, did you get hit?
What just happened? She's up a tree at this point.
Huh.
That's impressive. Like,
I'm
I'm
impressed by
called
the speed.
Jumping Spider for a reason.
oh no, not the height. The silence in which you did it.
Yeah.
I do this all the time. You'll never notice. Dumbass.
That's concerning on too many levels right now. Anyway, we're putting a pin in that.
What?
Do you see anything up there?
Do I see anything while I'm up in a tree?
No, you don't see.
I don't
anything.
see shit! There's
We ain't
branches
found shit.
and acorns. I think I see an inchworm crawling across a branch. It's cute.
Do you see a squirrel with a trumpet?
What?
Don't worry about it. It's a dream I had once. Don't worry about it.
What?
Drew's gonna look at Jason. Are you on something?
No, but I probably should be at this point with the way today's
We all
been.
should. Let's be fair.
Not you. You on something might get someone else popped.
And it.
Jason's gonna move towards the truck to check the
Gosh, I
windows.
can't wait to explain to Hannah that the party decided we're all going to start doing crack.
I feel like the biggest concern is gonna be when you explain the Colgate scenario.
Hmm.
She's like, "I left you guys alone for a few hours. What happened?"
Well.
Jason gets up and looks into the truck. There is what appears to be a file of some kind laid out on the metal dashboard. As a side note, the inside of the truck is atrocious because it's the same stark white color as the outside. So all of like the dash, the wheel, the pedals, the radio, all the dials, the seats, the middle console, everything is the same color of white. There is a single metal object that is pinning the corner of the folder. Sort of has like these red fins on it. It's very clearly made of like this steel material. The shape of this thing that's sticking out of the file is like so hard to describe. I think I'm just gonna try and screen share an image. Here we go. Share screen, photos,
scared.
share.
I'm scared.
Hey, I know that.
Oh, what?
Do I know what that is by knowing? Or am I just like, what the fuck is this?
The file name in the top left. Oh my god, yes!
What the
I am
fuck?
so sorry. Continue.
That looks nothing like a Mercedes Benz.
The right with that outfit could be anything.
Yeah. The only reason I didn't, you'd know what it is. The only reason I just didn't say outright that it's a batarang is because I wanted to have that moment.
That's fair. I can respect that.
I just rubbed my makeup off. Fuck.
Oh no. Oh no.
It doesn't. I can't tell. At least not from here, anyway.
All the sides of my nose.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I thought you were talking about the cheeks.
He's
Okay.
got 2 little diamonds on the side of his nose, so. And I just
okay.
went to pinch the bridge of my nose, and I went down. And I'm like, fuck.
Is the thing
The object.
the object? If I was to touch it, would it react? Or is it just in a state of like it's not moving unless I do something?
It's not moving. It's not moving in any way.
Okay. He's gonna, cautiously grab it.
Okay. You take it, pull it free from the file. You have a batarang now.
Hey. Am I able to close it up, or is it automatically gonna just stay like that?
It appears to be stuck like that. There is
Okay.
clearly like an indent on the main structure of it where your thumb would fit into it.
Okay.
But your thumb does not fit. It's not the correct shape. Because Conroy's hands currently look like he's the crypt keeper.
Damn you, thumb. Why couldn't you have been different?
Jason, you find anything?
Lifts it up to show you over my shoulder. Seems we've been watched by someone.
That's not what I fucking think it is it?
If you think the old man's watching us, then yeah, it is what you think it is.
God?
No. The old
Worse.
at the ass.
Worse.
Yeah.
Apparently, we
worse.
also need a counter of how many times people think it's God.
Worse. Worse.
It's a superhero world.
Worse. Guy Fieri?
Not that bad.
When they say the man is watching us, Guy Fieri watches all.
Having heart palpitations.
Please don't die.
Welcome to Flavor Town.
Oh. I'm actually. Oh God. I have hiccups that hurt my chest every time they happen.
Oh Jesus! Go get a drink, or like acquire water.
Ugh.
Just hold your breath for a minute.
I had a gasp.
He's holding
Holding
his
your
breath
breath.
to get rid of the hiccups.
Yep.
It's a dangerous method, but it works.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, it's one of his.
Yeah, Drew will take it and kind of like chuck it vertical up in the air for Charlie to catch it.
Choo, choo. Ow. She grabbed it with her hand.
Watch it, it's sharp.
Yeah. Thanks.
I
Oh my god, he actually held his breath for a minute.
That was actually impressive. Like,
Yeah, fair play.
that
was gonna
that was
die
impressive.
there for a second because I
Don't-
swallowed and it suddenly stopped hurting? Question mark. And I was like, oh god, have I died? It like literally I swallowed and that pain of needing to breathe disappeared and I was like, oh god, I just die. Is this what it feels like?
Oh my god, I know that feeling.
It is, but yeah, the Batarang is, it has the red fins on it, but that inside edge on the black body is also sharpened, even though that part of the Batarang would never be able to touch anybody. It's still sharpened.
How does the man not cut his own hand to shreds when he uses those?
Gloves.
We are wearing gloves.
Charlie will just shout out, I mean, if you're within throwing distance, you might as well say hi.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
Bwah, 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 bwah.
This action will have consequences.
Batman will remember that. Oh fuck.
Everyone have just collectively like shit themselves if I actually pulled up a video.
Yeah, I kind of would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I kind of would have.
I would have been like, what the fuck, man?
You planned this? What the fuck?
How did you know this far ahead? How did you know what we were going to do?
You're just all that predictable.
Just because one of us, I'm not mentioning names, is that predictable, does not mean the other two are.
What?
I'm not saying which one. Whoever feels like the most guilty, go for it.
Yo,
Dun, dun, dun.
this does not help my anxiety, man.
Oh, I was making fun of Mitch.
Fucking do it. Just at that point, Drew's just like, well, okay, this is the thing now. Yeah, no, he's gonna wait. Just wait, because did Charlie actually shout out like if
Yeah.
you're in at hearing that he is legit gonna be like, okay, yep, just gonna sit by the truck and wait.
I'm gonna do that Spider-Man thing where I'm hanging upside down from a web and I slowly just inch down. And I sway in the wind.
Yeah, Jason's just like,
Whee!
if someone's out there, they'll make themselves known. Tom, you okay?
It's like punching the empty suit of armor that's in the bush.
He's good.
fine.
He's fine.
We're gonna like talk about that later though. Like,
Yeah, let's put a pin in that one, shall we?
yeah, we're doing a lot of that today, aren't we?
We just need like a company pin cushion now.
We're not gonna tell the other two about it because I feel like one of them may need it a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially because of the Mr. Cold Man.
Yeah,
Don't need to make that worse.
no. Let's leave that until things have calmed down, shall we?
Let's just put another pin in it.
That Pincushion looks like Sonic the Hedgehog at the end of the day.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Do we call the pincushion Peter?
Wow.
Because Quill.
Just for that, I hope Batman appears behind you and snaps your arm. Does anything occur while we wait?
You're just waiting in the empty woods. There's the sound of the webbed fibers stretching.
Mm-hmm.
Tom is in the background somewhere punching a suit of armor. It's quiet. For a moment, there is peace. Nothing is actively exploding.
Roll an impulse roll. I rolled my first nat 20 of the night and it was to see if I insult Batman.
That's about right. Your dice know you that well.
Yup.
Charlie just sighs. Pussy! And I wait to die.
Damn it.
Because I am hanging from a tree right now.
Drew will lean more into Jason. Did you just call him what I think she just called him?
Looks over. I didn't hear anything. If I'm asked, I heard nothing. I'm playing
Why do you want me to die, my dice? Why?
But no, Jason's like, I've been playing AFK Warriors, so I don't know what she said. What did she say?
Not sponsored.
Again, not sponsored.
Sponsored by Colgate or McDonald's
There is no sponsor.
or Millie's or AFK Arena or that being said, Afraid Shadow Legends wants to at me.
God.
Does anything disturb the peace after her her taunt?
No, Batman left a long time ago.
God damn it.
You didn't even have to see. He left.
I wasted a nat 20.
I don't know. Not many people get to.
Was it
Like,
wasted though?
not many people get to call Batman a pussy and live.
Yes,
Let
I
me
can live.
pose a question to you. Just because he wasn't there, does that mean he's unaware of your sins?
He does know all.
Mhm.
All right, listen. This goes out to everyone watching live. Batman knows your search history.
He really does.
I don't try and clear it now.
I just tried to clear it mentally.
Well, if he's not responded to that, one last ditch effort. Red Hood can kick your ass.
With that, Jason's going to take a huge step to the right.
with that, Charlie is going to climb back up the tree.
Doing great, buddy.
Looking strong, John.
Nothing.
Nothing happens. You feel it. You feel eyes. There are eyes upon you out in the woods. You look out in the direction that you feel the intense burn, and you just see green foliage.
Takes another good step to the right.
Climbs higher up the tree.
He opens his arms out. Guys.
You're on your own, dude. Even I know not to go
We believe
that
in you.
far.
No. Don't give my stuff to Firebite.
Giving this stuff to Firebite. Gotcha.
I'm still alive.
For now.
Let's go. Let's not tempt fate anymore. Hey, Tom.
Tom stops punching the armor. Yeah.
We may have a new home for you.
Okay.
It's quite far, but you'll be safe. There's no more men poking you with sticks.
Does Tom have to walk?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's in space.
What? He like sort of gets a little closer to Drew. Where is space?
In the sky. Past the clouds.
Wow.
But we have a way to get you there, so you'll be safe with us.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but maybe we should just go home.
Probably the best thing we could do right now. Nothing can go wrong then.
Yeah, nothing.
Why did you have to put that into existence?
Because if anything does go wrong, I have it on recording that it was his idea.
How often are you just recording all of us?
Oh no, not all of us. Just today, him.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Likewise. Well, let's head back to the ship.
I have to very quickly ask. The documentation that the Batarang had struck, is Jason just going to leave that there in the truck?
No, I'm not.
You sound very
And then-
conflicted about that answer.
I was going to, but I'm like, if I don't, it'll bother me. Jason takes like 3 steps forward, stops, looks back at the truck, and goes, "Fine." Walks back, throws the truck open, grabs the documentation, and just huffs off after the others. Like, tell me what to do. Fucking what to do without even being here. Goddamn little bastard. Muttering like, you went and done to do it yourself instead of telling us to do it.
It's gracious.
Hey,
We
if
are
you want
all
us to do
mocked.
something, use your words.
We are all
Batarangs
mocked.
are not a mature conversation tactic.
We are all mocked to death now.
What's he gonna do? Throw us in Arkham? Oh wait, that's not that bad compared to what he actually should do.
That's meta commentary.
Yikes. Mega yikes.
If it was Red Hood, I'd be scared. Besides, we know for a fact we're traveling with Charlie. A spider person is essentially a Robin in training.
Yeah, but how many Robins die?
Just 1. Well, no, 2. Just 2.
I
And they
don't
both
like
came
those.
back.
I still don't like those odds.
2 out of 8 ain't bad. Only a quarter.
Oh god, that just made me
Only a
realize.
quarter of them die.
I just realized a member of Charlie's family has to die to fulfill the Spider-Man prophecy.
You gotta like a racist cousin you don't like.
No, it has to be somebody who has meaning to her. It's the Uncle Ben curse.
Right. Well, I mean, if Batman adopts you. Then you can just have one of the Robins go.
Oh God!
Gosh.
There you go. I've closed
If we
the loop.
double,
Next
I was
Marvel
gonna
and
say that if we double tragedy, does the tragedy cancel out?
yes.
I was like, well, can we have Damien like go twice? Because
Ooh,
oh, come
fruity.
on.
But yes, I grabbed the documentation and huff off after the others, reluctantly bringing it with me.
Very good. You head back into the city. At this point, the ship is on the bank of the river. All the firemen and what have you are long gone.
Has the place at least been cleaned up?
Yeah, a little bit, I
Oh.
suppose.
Okay.
No,
There's no head on a stop sign?
Yeah, that's all. That's all fairly dealt with. Yep.
Damn, they should work at hotels.
and the ship.
All those checks and polish will go away.
If only they had that at Watergate.
That's probably why they made them.
Y'all are making these jokes, but at what used to be the Days Inn in
It's
my
Chicago.
at the Days Inn in my hometown, a murder happened there. And the next day, they had the room cleaned up so well it was open to be rented again.
All I'm going to say is
Days
because
Inn
of where you
doesn't
live,
fuck
the Winchesters
around.
were involved. The Winchesters were involved.
I mean, we are in Kansas here, so
God,
quite
I
a
just
possibility.
okay. I get this. Everyone brace themselves. This is really bad. This is really cringy.
Oh God.
You spending days in, but apparently no days out.
Oh.
Oh, I love it. Can the DM get inspiration for that one?
Just my inspiration is knowing I'm the best.
Around.
We know it's gonna keep you down. But the ship is it's all good. If anything, it's cleaner now.
Ooh, I do like clean.
Cleaner. All right, let me stress it. Cleaner. Not clean. Cleaner. Still has an odd cheese smell on the inside.
Yeah.
God. Drew's gonna ask the rest of them. Should we have some pizza to take home with us?
Normally I would say no, but after the day we've had, go for it.
Cool. Let me guess. Pizza's on me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Meet me at Millie's. Drew is gonna do the walk of shame from the ship to Millie's, and pick up a huge fuck off box. Do the walk of shame back
Mm-hmm.
because it's what he deserves.
While he's doing all that, just looked at Tom. So Tom, besides pizza, what do you eat?
I like hamburgers. I like hot dog. I like the green thing with the carrots in it.
Charlie, you have any idea what he's talking about?
Peas and carrots?
It's like and the hand motions he's making like don't help you at all. Giant stone hands flying through the air.
Alright, put a pin in that. Have you ever had a dirty water hot dog?
Yes.
But have you had one from New York?
What's New York?
Oh,
no.
buddy, I'm about to blow your mind.
Charlie has made a friend or a pet rock, depending on how you look at it.
She wanted to murder him earlier.
I mean,
Guys, we're stopping at New York before we head up.
Fair.
Doc, you know what to do.
The bay door slams shut,
We need to fix that while we're at it.
Mm-hmm.
and your state of the art, again written in red teacher pen, spaceship takes flight. You feel it jerk up into the air. Immediately becomes obvious what the seating arrangement has to be, because your ship is, it's great, it's fantastic, it has no issues, but you do possibly potentially have to sit in a manner that makes it so that when the sherp there's a Sherpa just suddenly in your spaceship. He's going to guide you up Mount Everest.
I thought you were going to say one of two things, Sherper or Sherbert, and I'm like, where he goes is going to determine a lot right now.
Because your ship jerks around a lot, because it's so it's so bleeding edge. The seating arrangements are completely determined by where everyone is able to sit, so that when the ship jerks a certain way, Tom does not like flop over onto you and crush you.
I just cling to the ceiling. I have a hammock.
Very safe up there.
Swinging in the hammock.
Yeah.
Motion sickness we can talk about later, but you are safe.
If I throw up on Drew.
Drew really getting the short stick.
Yeah, no, he deserves it.
You take a quick stop in New York for hot dogs.
Yes.
Many hot dogs. However, it's, gosh, so many hot dogs.
Yes.
They are sufficiently dirty. Before you were taken
This is an
skyward.
OSHA violation hot dog right here.
OSHA violation hot dog.
What part of
That crane should not be left next to that hot dog.
I know this is like nitpicking, but what part of New York are we in?
Brooklyn.
Okay. I have one question regarding the hot dogs before Jason eats one.
Is it kosher?
Okay.
Yes. Is it kosher?
Hold on, let me look up something.
Because there is a correct answer for this.
No.
Googling it right now.
No, it's Brooklyn, so that will determine if it is kosher.
Oh, if it's Brooklyn, then most likely.
And this is where everyone learns that Jason is Jewish. It's not the menorah, it's not the yarmulke he occasionally wears, it's his hot dog choices.
Yeah.
It's kosher.
Huzzah! Then that's all that matters.
Mazel tov.
It's kosher. It's technically a Canadian hot dog.
I'm afraid to ask what the difference between a Canadian and a non-Canadian hot dog is, but it's like the whole thing, like you don't want to know how it's made, so don't ask.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you if you really
Nope.
wanted to know.
No,
Nope.
it's
Nope,
kosher. That's all I need to know.
It's kosher.
Is it real meat? And by that I mean not tofu.
No, it's not tofu. No.
Then I don't care.
Okay,
It's kosher. It's not tofu. I'm good.
and in that one. Can talk about that later.
Yeah, we can.
But tomorrow, mate, you'll be with the two Canadians tomorrow. So we can talk about how our hot dogs are not made out of pig.
Dark Souls, truly Dark Souls till I regret my decisions.
That's correct. Oh, we're fighting the ball sack tree tomorrow.
And on that note, Paige is like, why am I here?
It's true. For anyone who ever thinks I'm exaggerating, the boss is literally a tree that gets up and his nads swing between his legs. That's not a joke. That's an exaggeration in no way. That's the boss. Thanks, Japan.
I feel for the one person who's been watching us all night.
We are sorry.
You go
You're the MVP tonight.
Yeah.
back into space after getting your hot dogs from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, Tom can eat a lot of hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Slap roof of Tom, you can fit so many hot dogs in this bad boy. When the hangar to the space station slides open, there's a second ship in there. That's it. Good night.
What?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What?
Now we don't have time to unpack all of that.
Well, we ain't got time for that. Well, we have a little time.
My God. In God we trust. But we
Why does
never
everyone
really
just
know
be
what-
so mean to Terry?
Harry.
Terry?
Terry.
Perry the platypus? Perry the platypus?
Terry the platypus!
Harry.
Oh my God.
After
Somebody should have played
hours.
Perry the platypus for this. Okay,
If you-
Where's
okay.
the voice
if
actor?
Char-
I need
if-
him.
if Charlie dies, I will play Perry the platypus.
All I'm saying is if next time you have Dan Poffenmeyer on the thing, I'm done.
Doofenshmirtz. I
Let me
want to
close
fight
this tab.
Doofenshmirtz.
Let me just close this tab. Why? But just, gosh. Why is everyone being so hostile to Terry?
I mean,
I mean, have you seen the
Why
shitty
not?
ass 2 days we've had?
That's fair, but God, Terry didn't deserve that.
it's not about deserving.
Yelling
It's
at him
mad.
and stuff in the woods. God.
Wait,
You know what? Like
Terry
wait,
or Tom?
Terry McGinnis.
Terry,
Terry
that was
McGinnis.
the beyond Batarang. That was Terry McGinnis.
That wasn't Bruce Wayne. That was the other Batman.
So you were yelling at a teenager.
Remember, I have no knowledge
No,
of the bat of man.
To be fair, it is canon that most Gothamites think because a Batman showed up that later in life, Batman is immortal. They don't think there's another
Yeah,
person.
That's understandable.
Like they are convinced that he just took a 30-year break and decided, oh fuck you guys, you can't handle yourselves. I guess I gotta come back.
Here's the thing: as far as oh shit, when it comes to Batman or Batman Beyond,
I fear
I
Terry
fear
more.
Terry more. Terry's a little bit more on the reckless and volatile.
Also, Terry's killed. Terry's killed 3 people.
He doesn't share Bruce
It's about
Wayne's
to be
ethic.
6.
It's
to be
about to
six.
be 6. Yeah, Terry McGinnis doesn't share Bruce's ethic. He doesn't do it willy nilly. He just doesn't.
Oh, look, for whatever reason, a shovel has appeared in Terry's bank account. Huh. I wonder what that could be for.
All right, I
And
think
thus
with,
he became the
Yes.
Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
I think
night.
with that, we're gonna head off of stream here for tonight,
Yeah.
you guys. I have
I
to
th-
wash my face.
I think it's proof I've been up for too long. If
Yeah.
I'm getting to this point.
Yep.
Star Wars next week.
Yes,
Oh, it's
please,
next week.
for the love of fuck.
And you guys get to enjoy the consequences of Boz's actions.
God, don't remind me.
It's either me or them. At the moment, I think you rather me because I can make a joke of it. I think they're a little consequential.
Gosh, I'm not ready to be questioned.
Let us not forget, Phasa took full
What?
responsibility for Boz's war crimes. Lord knows he wouldn't.
But you showed off your awesome sign language skills.
True.
She was.
Jen would be proud.
She was panicking the entire time.
But like a true Mandalorian, you fought through the fear.
You did it.
She's gonna hear one whisper from that lightsaber and scream. Fuck!
Gone, fuckface.
I will fear no living creature as long as I have this with me. Take that, you winged spawn of Satan!
Alright. Okay, we're gonna log off now. Thank you for
Night,
anybody who
everyone.
watched
We
tonight.
apologize for lacking of Star Wars. We will be back next week.
We'll be
Yes.
back. Bye.
Bye.
And thus